Right, I am obsessed with my original hybrid pillow from Emma. It is so comfortable.
Same, it's so supportive but still soft, and you can actually adjust all the layers to get the perfect sleeping position.
Honestly, see, between the mattress, the topper, and now the pillow, I've never slept better. I feel like a new person.
Emma's Easter sale is on until the 24th of April, where you can save up to 20% and you can get an extra 8% off with our code Girls Overheard. So just visit emma-sleep.co.uk and treat yourself to a better sleep. Hi!
Welcome back to Girls Overheard. It's Monday, you guys, and we're in for a main. One's got her legs out.
No one's got the legs out.
Well,
Let's
one's
get
out.
the notes
Trousers.
Ailey's got her skank trousers on.
Do you know
Cost her a pound.
That is one of those things, right? You did that earlier on where someone will go, oh my God, guess how much these were? And you just have to aim really low or dead high to
Oh, you
kill the
always go high.
conversation stone dead.
Yep.
Can you believe, guess how much I paid for a burger in the SECC? Don't know, £25. That was actually a bit of a
80
bargain.
quid.
It was £8.50 actually.
£8.50 quid.
I remember once saying to somebody, and if you're one of those things that just hung in the air after, and I went, oh, I really like your jacket, it's at Primark. And she went, oh no, it's Zara. And I was like, oh,
I feel like that's
don't
not...
go for Primark.
Yeah, it's a rookie mistake. Although, listen,
It's all much of a muchness these
it
days.
is.
That is
It
true.
really costs the same.
And that's
Primark
something you need to
stepped
really
up.
rewire in your head, because you can't go about Primark anymore and fling it all in.
You
Because
can't go anywhere and do that now.
No, you can't.
It's really sad. Why
It
not?
is. Like,
You can go on TikTok and get £1 trousers.
I know.
They actually wear £1, by the way. I feel like I've been ripped off. They're
How
like
much were they?
$11.99, I think.
oh, they
Something.
went on sale.
Someone's getting sacked.
Yeah. I don't like that marketing technique though.
Yeah. Someone's getting
Quick.
sacked. Buy this before there's none left. There's only one left.
And then as the actual like TikTok video ends, it's like the door creaking open. They're like, oh, quick!
Do you know? Do you know what I will never get my head round on TikTok? And tell me if you know anyone that would do this, right? See people that watch lives and send gifts.
Why?
What are you saying?
Why would I ever watch a celebrity or just a
Money.
famous TikToker and
don't
go,
know what it is.
here's a tenner, here's a take my money? Why would do that?
Pigs.
That's
Take-
kind of what it's like.
It's Findom.
Pig.
We've cracked the code. There we go, guys.
Yeah.
This is why it's good that we do these little meetings every week.
Yeah.
This little 3-tier scenario.
I just find it really
Putting
interesting.
the worlds to right.
Because seeing places like, see, there's different like things that you can go to that are free, but they also have like the wee thing at the front saying you can make a donation.
Yes.
9 times out of 10 people walk straight past it, or they'll put a couple of pound in.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you leave like a wee honesty box, or not, it's not even an honesty box, it's just like you decide what you want to pay.
Mm-hmm.
People tend to go low, but for some reason on TikTok Live, they're flinging the money at these people. People are making thousands on TikTok Lives. Some people are doing it as their job. They just go on TikTok Live and people send the money.
Are we missing a trick?
Do we need to do this?
But yeah.
Like, why don't we try it? Right.
I don't understand it. Is that what the battle things are as well?
Aha! So
What are we
you're
battling over?
A battle is like 2 people are on live, and it's like the split screen, and you're trying to see who can get the most likes. And I feel like I'm your grand saying this.
And
I think you have to
gifts.
get the most hits. Whoever gets the most hits, whoever gets the most money, I think, is the winner.
I think it's the most likes because you can just sit and it's basically so people tap the screen. But to do that, it generates like the algorithm loves it basically.
Is this when you see like all the Scottish TikTokers
Yeah, or Love Islanders.
arguing with each other?
Yeah, the Scottish ones are.
No, that's different.
That's a shame on our country, and it needs to
It
stop.
is. It's a violation of our accent.
The worst thing is if you see it and you go, "What are they talking about?" and you click it, and then it says Ailey Wells joined, and I'm like, "No, never.
I know,
Stop
it's-
telling
I
people
know.
that."
I didn't want to be
literally-
here.
It's like when social work meets social media. It
Oh,
needs to stop.
Awful.
It's so bad, and they're live for everything. Like I once scrolled past, and it was like a girl was on live, and the police were coming in, and I was going, I feel like this should be
Make it
censored.
stop.
Do you not think we've got to that stage now, but where like anything goes wrong in the world and people instantly, instead of just dealing with it, they now get their phones out? But
Yeah.
and like there was one I'd seen, and it was like a big car crash, and there was just somebody standing filming it, and then all these people are just running over to try and help, and I'm like, everybody else is trying to make a conscious effort here. You're just standing on the cord.
Yeah.
Although in some cases it is actually worthwhile because then we know after the event what happens.
Yeah, they do.
I
They
know,
use
but
it.
So
We piece all
sometimes it
together.
does have, I'll play devil's advocate in that one, but however, I have to say I'm kind of sick of people on Facebook specifically, it's community groups. I'm going to say it. there's a fire up in the hill, and youngsters, yobs have started it, right? And then so they put that on, and then someone's like, oh yeah, thanks very much for letting the full of Facebook know instead of letting the fire brigade know.
Yeah.
How do you know that they didn't phone them first, you mad wank?
No, they've not specifically said, I haven't told anyone else. You're the only one I've told.
It's so annoying.
Makes me think of when I lived in my flat and that exact thing happened. Little yobs went and set a fire, and I phoned the police, being a new mother with a baby, and they asked me if I phoned the fire department, and I went, no, I was just phoning yous.
Could you
I
not
was
tell
like,
them?
You just text your pals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, all of yous need to come and deal with this. It's getting out of hand.
I had to phone the police the other day, right? So I phoned 999, not the non-emergency number as I would usually do.
Oh, good.
I phoned 999.
Now you know it's a big deal.
Oofed.
I'm sorry, see, putting those numbers in and then pressing call, it's like, I'm doing something important today. And so when they answered the phone, I went, right, so what's actually happened is, and I was explaining the story, and they were constantly interrupting me. I felt like going, stop interrupting me. I'm trying to tell you what happened. And they were going, fire our police, fire our police, fire our police. They'd basically asked me what the emergency was. And I was like, so see, the thing is, what's actually happened is, and Fraser was going, they're asking for fire our police. Tell them it's police you need. I was like, right, okay.
Yeah, because they are ready for they could be answering anything at that point.
Yeah.
How could anybody do that job? I could never.
My nerves wouldn't cope. Although I do also feel like I work best under pressure.
Yeah.
Would I thrive in that job?
Yeah, but see the fire or police thing, you're literally just, you're a call handler, so you're literally just going, fire, police, fire, like the whole time I'd press the wrong button. That's the problem, right? But you're
Fire,
just
police, ambulance.
fire, police or ambulance, right? So I would press exactly, I thought there was only 2 buttons at this point, Lauren. I would fail the training. So yeah, you're just filtering them through, so you don't actually find out what's happening.
Oh, you'd be like, what do you want, fire? Just tell me really quickly what happened for it.
Yeah. What's going on?
Right.
Yeah, right. What's happening?
But have you ever watched those programs and it's like the call handlers and they'll be on the phone and it can be like somebody giving birth or something like that, and the call handler's been on the phone the full time,
Yeah.
and then like literally she's maybe giving birth but then they can't hear anything, and then they go, the ambulance has just arrived, okay, I'm going to hang up now. I would not be able to deal with the fact that I would have no conclusion as to what happened there.
Closure.
They do get it a lot of the time though. They do get like a follow-up.
Oh, good.
Because I've seen it before where the person's been reunited with the call handler,
Aww.
where they find out what's happening.
Was it America?
No, it was after, I think it was one of the people that were on that 999 What's Your Emergency
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
And
They only did
actually,
it for the show, though.
one of them was a girl who had come through to, I don't know if this is the one that she got reunited, but I remember one where a girl was maybe like 14, 15 with her pal, and they'd travelled through to London to go to something like a Harry Potter convention or something like
So
that,
cute.
right?
Really want to do that as well.
And she had a sore stomach and she gave birth in the hotel room. And she's on...
It's less embarrassing than shitting yourself, to be honest. though.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a sore stomach. Just
probably
had a
more
baby.
life-changing. But yeah, the call hand, her pal had phoned and she's like, my friend's just had a baby in the toilet.
Which I just go, wow, how does that happen?
Have you been in Professor McGonagall's class and magically, Expelliarmus, a baby fell out?
Like, how the hell?
How can you not feel it moving about?
I think it's something to do with like fluid and stuff like that
Yeah.
as well.
And where it is.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Where can it go though?
I think it goes in towards your back.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like in at your back. But how do you not feel it moving? Do you think you're
Also,
gassy?
as we've said before,
Yeah.
why does your brain not just tell you?
Uh-huh.
Why does it not just say? Apparently watermelons are pregnant.
What?
So that doesn't make any sense, right? What I mean is, people have been sticking pregnancy tests in watermelons and whatever the like acidity level
yeah.
is. They're not actually pregnant. What a weird thing to say. But yeah, they always come up pregnant.
Really?
By the way, last week's episode, my favourite bit was all the quick fire. Your hindsight is always 2020. That's like our wee section with Vision Scotland, and I want to do this forever.
Oh, just
I
get
love
Because it's so good.
I love the quick fire ones. I think they're the absolute best in the world.
It's also a wee bit of a schooling for people because
Yes.
it's like, okay, the guy that I've started seeing is doing all of these things. Maybe I should run a mile.
Yeah, the red flags that are in plain sight.
The red flags.
And if anybody is interested in laser eye surgery, we have 10% off just now with Vision Scotland. Click the link below. I think it's visionscotland.com/girls overheard.
That's the one.
And you will get onto our faces, our landing page, and you can book and get 10%.
Yeah, get your
off.
consultation done.
yeah, absolutely.
The main thing is send it to your pals or send it to
Yeah.
your family members because 10% on an expensive thing is a good saving, really good saving.
Plus,
So
there's also finance options as well. So if
Yeah.
you want to like
Yeah,
invest in
absolutely.
yourself and spread the cost, you can do that. But as Ellie said, there's 10% off. Just to literally say Girls Overheard when you're booking, even if it's over the phone, if you're not doing it through the website. And yeah, you can get 10% off your treatment.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So last week we had what were his red flags?
Mm-hmm.
And this week we've got what are your own red flags?
Oh, we're doing what are your own red flags that you can already see?
Yeah.
Yes.
Red flags that other people should see.
Yeah. Right.
I love that. Be self-aware.
Self-aware
self-aware.
queens, that's all we want.
Uh-huh.
That's all we need.
Own it. Own your red flags. We're going to switch it round, obviously, because when it's a guy that does it, it's the toxic thing. But when it's you, you are well done. Go you.
Absolutely.
Go you for admitting it and owning it. Well done.
And not changing it.
Yeah.
But at least you know.
Yeah, be true to yourself. You don't change for anyone.
Be you. If my outfit isn't cute, I'm in a bad mood all day.
Same.
Same.
Absolutely.
Your outfit's your personality, basically.
I have Snapchat Plus. It's an instant ick.
What is Snapchat Plus?
I'm going to say that is the premium one that Jack talks about.
Oh.
What do you get with that? Do you get more dog filters?
Probably.
What are we doing with that? Wow.
I don't know. I hate Snapchat. I'm rubbish at replying to texts.
Yeah, me too. I reply in my head all the time. And I think you should have known I replied because I literally did it telepathically.
Absolutely. I love a talking stage. I'll talk and flirt with a guy all day until he asks me out, then I ghost.
Oh, she likes the attention.
She likes the chase. Perfectionist. Never replies. She never replies to messages or answers the phone. ADHD girly.
Wait, is this she never? So is this the guy talking about his girlfriend?
No, I think she's just talking about her, but in
Herself.
the,
Oh,
in
right,
the,
okay.
in the,
In the third person.
Yeah. She never replies.
She never
She
replies.
got ADHD.
I'm really bad for jumping in someone's story. I don't mean to do it, and I try and relate to them.
But I think we villainised this on TikTok. We spoke at this before. See, people are like, it's so rude if you jump in and like, if someone says, I was in London the weekend, and you go, oh, I was in London a few weeks ago. That's just a conversation.
Conversation, it's called being relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're making me. Can I just stick my feet up and lie back? 'Cause I feel like this is me.
It's TikTok making people think that normal things are not normal.
Yeah,
That's
and they're
normal.
rude.
It would actually be weird if I said, oh, I was in Turkey at this place last week on holiday, and you had been there and you didn't say that you'd also
I
been
know,
there.
but I think
It's
the
weird.
the difference is going, oh, I've been there, back to your story. What were
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah.
Right. It's the I've been there and then you just taking over the story.
Yeah.
It's like no one gave you circle times magic ball.
Oh, yeah, but let them
it's not
finish,
it's not
but-
your chance to speak at this moment in time. It's your story.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know I've also been there. You know?
Carry on.
Carry on.
Yeah.
Actually carry on.
Carry on.
Carry on. Quick fire.
Having a short attention span and zoning out mid-conversation.
I do that.
Guilty.
I get really bored.
Eating like a beast like that scene in White Chicks.
Are you eating ribs?
Same girl. Liking pineapple on pizza. Sorry, not sorry. I am in so much agreement.
I'm in so much agreement too.
Cooked pineapple
I also
is...
like a tuna pizza.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
that's
not
too
sure about that.
far.
Not sure about that. I do like tuna though.
But you like a tuna melt panini. It's the same, literally the exact same stuff, guys.
It can't be too hot though.
Guys, I'm not being funny. It is the same stuff we're
I
talking
know.
about
It is,
here.
it is
If
the
fish
same.
is too hot, then it's dead fishy.
I don't like hot fish at all. That's
No.
the problem. And even like tuna pasta would need to be fridge
Cold.
for at least an hour.
Yeah.
Cold.
Thick meal. My red flog. My red flag. My red flag is talking in situations when I shouldn't.
Like what? Like what?
I'm
A
going to
situation
say
where you
as
should talk
when you should just
mass.
have your mouth shut.
Mass, funerals, weddings, cinema. What other situations should you not talk in?
When you're being arrested.
You have the right to remain silent.
You do.
At that point, you do.
Anything you do can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Yeah. Do we know that? Try and say it. Try and say it from the start.
Oh,
You have the right to remain silent.
Anything you do, say.
Maybe given in evidence.
Can and you may. No, Ailey, you
Lauren,
fucked up.
you did so well the first time. Please say nothing else. This is
Okay.
a moment where you should
Just
know not
do
to
it.
speak.
Say nothing.
Remain silent.
Say nothing. I go off someone with the click of a finger over the smallest of things.
Like what though? I want that to be expanded.
Oh, but I do get that because you can.
No, if you just get the ick like that,
Yeah,
you're
but
done.
even if it's not like somebody that you fancy, if somebody does something, I go, oh, that's just changed my whole perception
Oh,
of
like
you.
a person, just like
Yeah.
a friend, yeah. Being raging if a situation doesn't go as planned in my head. 100%.
Why?
Yeah, because we have expectations.
Yes. High expectations.
Concerned that these are all red flags, and I feel like you're describing me right now.
Yeah.
I relate to all of these.
Yeah, that literally is, oh my God, do you want to go for XYZ for something to eat? And you go, yeah, that's perfect. Then at the last minute, it's like
Or we're
something
actually
else.
going
Or
here.
let's go to the cinema today. And then all of a sudden it's let's go bowling. I want to go and sit in the cinema. I was in my head, I've got the popcorn, I've got the ice blast, I've got the outfit. Like, why are we doing something different? Don't
Yeah.
change the plans.
Yeah.
Chilled out.
Annoying.
That's an age thing as well, by the way.
Trust issues. My face talks before my mouth. My ex used to hate it, but I love it. I say I'm fine when I'm not and expect him to read my mind. He never does, and I get fuming.
Oh yeah, that is a girl thing.
Yeah.
That's his flaw, really. You should learn.
I'm an interrupter. Somebody's red flag is just being single for 3 years.
She's like, I know there's
don't
red flags
know.
somewhere, but I don't know what it is.
I see a thing on TikTok, someone saying that like girls in their 30s and 40s, if they're still single, that's meant to be like a red flag or whatever, right? But he was saying, I don't agree. I actually think it's a green flag, especially the people that have not had very many relationships, because they've had to go basically their whole adult life almost, or their early adult life,
Yeah.
being comfortable with themselves in their own
Yeah,
company. So
absolutely.
actually, surely they would be the best person
They'll
to
be
be
such
with.
a self-secure person.
Uh-huh.
You hope. You hope.
It's such a good take on it though.
Also, somebody that doesn't feel like they've had to be in a relationship for the sake of being in a relationship. They're comfy enough to
Yeah.
be on their own. I think that's definitely a green flag.
Green flag.
Just diving head first into the feels and that there's no return from that.
You love hard.
You do love hard. Somebody actually said, I missed the box for the exes. My ex's red flag was his My ex's red flag was his lesbian friend from work having sleepovers with him.
Oh, was she not really a lesbian? Is that what we're thinking?
Why do you need a sleepover at an adult age?
Why are we calling it a sleepover? Do I come for a sleepover? It's do you want to come and stay at mine?
Interesting.
It's either absolutely fine or absolutely not. How can you know? Did she have a girlfriend?
How do they know?
I've
We
got
actually
one.
do have a few expanded ones though. Which
Yes.
we should jump into.
I've
We
got
have
this one.
stories.
I was the red flag in my last relationship after being cheated on so many times in previous relationships. His wee sister was 9 and I got her to unlock his iPad when he went to the shops. I went into his Instagram.
How did she know it?
Good on her. I love that she clearly didn't
Hey,
grasp
do you
him in.
like Malams? Do you want to come do
You want
something for me?
Went into his Instagram and unfollowed all the good-looking girls. You're just
Fair
taking
enough.
away temptation
That's
at that point.
it.
Yeah.
I'll save you from yourself. That's
Imagine
it.
that, him going on his Instagram the next day and being like, why is it all guys?
Yeah.
All guys here.
Where
My
is
algorithm
everyone?
weird. Wait, what about this? This is so funny. Wait, this is a red flag. Not a red flag, sorry. This is a red flag, but it's also something in plain sight that she also seen in plain sight.
Okay.
Right? Right, girls, how about this for a red flag? I completely missed. So I went on this Hinge date with a guy that I met on there. And on the first date, he had a planner on his phone that he showed me. And that he'd put our dates in there. He said he liked to plan things efficiently. I thought, oh, cute. A man with a spreadsheet for a heart. Anyways, date 3 rolls around and he invites me to his flat. I'm thinking, this is it. We're progressing. He says, I've got something special planned. I get there and something special is 6 boxes from IKEA and a spare Allen key. I spent 4 hours building his bloody wardrobe while he stood behind me like a project manager going, you've got that hinge slightly off centre. The worst part, he made me take the cardboard boxes out to the recycling. Looking back, he never flirted and he never complimented me once. He just clocked that I had a decent grip strength and thought, yes, she'll do. Basically, I was scouted as a tradesman.
Wait.
Why did you do it? He didn't even help. Why did you agree? Not gonna lie,
Where
I
the
would love that. I love that. Building IKEA furniture.
Oh, I can't imagine anything worse.
Oh,
Oh.
I get scouted as a tradesperson is my favourite line
I just
ever.
want to know.
Ghetto.
I want to know where the crossover was. Like, at what point did you get your wires crossed? Like,
what-
how did he think that you were that was okay?
That sounds like a friendship.
Uh-huh.
This doesn't sound like anything more.
I've got something special planned. I'm about to watch you build my. Maybe he's got a kink for it. We did say if you can think
Yeah.
it, it's probably a thing.
Yeah.
100%. Right, what about this one? Guys, I have the best red flag story for you. I was seeing this guy who'd already shown me a few red flags. He would leave the room to answer the phone, no social media presence at all, and he would go quiet for days and then say that he'd been busy with work. He was such a nice guy otherwise, and he'd be super thoughtful, bringing me gifts and sending flowers to my work, etc. One afternoon, he sent me a huge bunch of roses, and all the girls in my office were asking about this romantic new boyfriend. So I started telling them all about him and realised that I didn't actually have any photos of him. So for the first time in the whole relationship, I Googled him, thinking that I'd find his LinkedIn or maybe an old MySpace profile or something. Maybe.
Does that even
I don't think so. Nothing came up, so I searched where I knew he worked. And after some digging, I found he did have an Instagram and Facebook profile. Firstly, his surname was different to what he had told me. But guess what? Guess what I found out? As all my colleagues are gathered around waiting to see what he looks like, I realise he's not only engaged, he was getting married that day. I find this out in front of my whole team. He sent me flowers on his wedding day. I sent him a text saying, "Congratulations on your wedding day," and blocked him on everything, and I've literally never seen him since.
What a scoundrel.
What?
So he's when I'm getting married.
Scoundrel.
Dirty! I'm getting married today. I'm going to send a bunch of flowers to my bit on the side before we go ahead.
Bet he didn't even get one for his wife.
No, I bet he didn't.
Ew.
That's literally the least of our worries. I appreciate it, okay? However,
I really hope the girl in the flower shop was like, hang on a wee second.
Yeah.
Better not have been the same flower shop that was
I
doing
know.
the wedding.
Packaging up the bridal orders and everything and the
Oh.
wedding bouquet and then just this wee extra one.
I actually seen a TikTok where a girl said that her boyfriend bought a pair of like designer shoes. Did you see it? A pair of designer shoes for his girlfriend, her like bit on the side, and
Through their private shopper.
through their private shopper. And did the private shopper message her and said, "Hi, just noticed that your boyfriend's bought a different size."
No.
Was that not what it was?
You're getting it wrong, Ailey.
Okay, I'm so glad you could back me up here.
She sent the receipt
Oh,
to the girl because she knew that she was a 37.5
yeah.
and the shoes that he bought were a 35.
oh,
This-
not only did he go for someone else, he went with someone with smaller feet.
Smaller feet.
What's wrong with feet sizes?
She just picked you right in
Get
there.
that big hook out your gob,
Look at
Lauren.
you, you big size 8 hawkers.
Did you
They're
see
actually
someone,
not.
by the way, to
Clarify.
no, there was a word, corroborate your story. Somebody actually commented on the episode last week saying, "Ash, I'm also a 5 and I'm a 7.5 in running shoes." And Hawkers,
Big banana feet.
it's the
Hawk
Hawkers.
tour. Big hawk tours. Spit on that thing.
Guys, by the way, see if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe. And if you're listening on Apple, hit follow. And on Spotify,
it actually
it's
does really
follow.
help us.
It really,
I
really
know
does.
you'll probably just search for it every day, but it actually really helps to boost the pod. So
Yeah.
that's all the more helpful.
Also, why not
lets
just
us
take a
know
wee
where people
minute?
are.
Yeah, and take a wee minute right now and screenshot us and send it to somebody like your pal and say, "Go and listen to this podcast."
Or everyone look at the main camera and do like a pose, and then everyone can screenshot and put it on their stories.
Right, okay, ready, steady.
Well, I know what we're all going to do.
What?
Oh, I was going to do that.
Send it to your pal and say, like, "Do you know what?
Peace.
I was at Monty's Farm Park on Saturday with the lambs
Wholesome.
and the sheep and the
Did
big."
you see one fall out?
No, I actually didn't. Luckily, they'd already. I realised when I got there, I don't want to see it come out.
No.
I actually just
I
want
wonder
to
if
see
you
the
could
lambs.
ask those sheep if you could communicate with them and say, "Did you know you were pregnant, or did
Yeah.
this just happen? Did you have a sore stomach this morning?
Yeah,
and
did
now
you
you're
know?
just the baby."
But
Kind of like that girl at Harry Potter land.
a girl came up to me and she was like, "I'm here with my sister. Like, I listen to the pod, love the pod." And she was like, "I didn't realise that my sister even listened." She was like, "I said, oh, that's the girl from Girls Overheard." And she was like, "Oh, I listen to them as well." And the two of them just didn't know that they both listened to the
Aw.
pod.
Well, see,
So
at the
send
end
it
of
to your
the
pal
day,
and see if you can
if
find
there's
out.
any shows to be had, you're going to want to come with a pal. Get
Exactly.
your pals involved. Guys, can I tell you something really funny actually? And I was kind of like, am I allowed to tell this story, right? But then I think, no, because at the end of the day,
This is
it.
my truth.
This is my truth at the end of the day, and I'm just going to speak it.
Sorry, Bon Jovi. It's your life. It's now or never.
I had a car issue, and my car had to get recovered. And someone walked towards me, and I'll try and keep this very vague. But I seen said person, and turns out that this person had stabbed someone, right?
Happy Monday, guys.
Right. Well, Charlie was obsessed with this, right? You know the kids get like that when they hear something that's pure brutal for the first time, and they're like,
Yes.
Yeah.
right, they want to know
They
everything
thrive
about
off
it. They actually, it's like the first time they've ever heard gossip.
Yeah.
Right? And then you witness it unfold. So he kept going on and on. Is that her there? Is that the stabber? Is that her? Is that the murderer? I was like, again, not a murderer, it's someone who stabbed someone. So anyway, he was going on and on and on, and then time would pass by, and Fraser was like, he's still talking about this, right? Eventually we were like, Charlie, you're obsessed with this. I wish I'd never said it in front of you. Stop talking about it. And that was kind of fine. So we all went to bed and whatever. And at 5 a.m, I hear a scream, right?
No, you've traumatised your child, haven't you?
It wasn't Charlie. It was Fra. Right? He went, ah! Ah! I went, what's going on? He was like, I've just been stabbed. I went, Fraser, you're dreaming. He went, I'm halfway between dreaming and being awake. Oh, ow, ow. I was like, there's no ow here because nothing's happened.
Did you just instantly go, ooh?
No, I was like this.
Ooh.
You know the wee girl, and it's like, we're going to Florida, we're going to Disneyland, and she's like that. That was me. I was like, right. Do he then get up and was like, I need to go to the toilet? He fucking hobbled like he'd just been stabbed in the gut, right? And I was like, Fred, this hasn't actually happened. So the story basically ends with Charlie's not the one obsessed, it's Fred.
Yeah, I just love that Charlie was probably in another room going, I just heard my dad shout, he's been stabbed. The murderers are here. She's here. My worst nightmares.
She knows my mum's a grass. She's letting my dad die slowly in front of her.
Do you know what that is though? That is kids have like, they think the world is so small.
Mm-hmm.
So see if you say there's a stabber about, they're like, oh my God, I only know like 50 people in my whole life. Like she's probably one of them. Have you ever been out with the kids and you'll be somewhere far away, like an hour away from the house, and they see like a black car and it's like their pal's car and they go, there's Jamie's car. And you're like, no, there's actually more people in the world. It's not just your little circle, and more than one person has that car. But
they do that when they're talking to other people about their friends, right? So say like that, our kids all go to different schools from each other, don't they? Like none of them go to the same schools.
Yeah.
So they, like, for example, like Ella will speak to the girls and they'll mention like Abigail, and Ella's like, I know Abigail. And is she from my dancing? And the girls are like, don't know, I've never spoke to her, maybe. And Ella's like, yeah. I'm like, she lives in a different like a whole different town. She's at a different bit.
There's more than one.
There's more than one. Mm-hmm.
The world's pretty big, guys.
It's pretty big, until it's not.
Basically, you're talking about like that trauma
Until
thing.
it's
like,
not, and you realise people are all connected.
Yeah.
Mental.
Oh, somebody told me a weird story about that.
Was that me telling you about the thing where my friend Beth went on holiday?
Yeah, what was that again?
So I'll tell it really short, but it's weird. My friend Beth went on holiday to France when she was 10, where our family met 2 wee pals who are Americans. Then, now as like a 21-year-old, went to Camp America. One of the girls who she was sharing a bunk with, like she was there to like teach and be like a teacher there. Mm-hmm. One of the girls she shared a bunk with she was American. And then she gets speaking to her and she was like, oh, my friend Sophie. She went, oh, where are you from? And then she turns out that her friend was her pal that she met when she was on holiday and still speaks to. Mm-hmm. So now she's going over with her when they finish camp to meet the girl that she met when she was 10.
I'm
like,
that.
I love things like that as well.
Weird
I'm
is that?
obsessed with them.
So the family of the girl she's pals with at Camp America are pals with the family that she met when she was in France. And now when she leaves that, she's going to go meet them and all go and hang out
That's
together.
so lovely.
But they call them like the Johnsons.
I love that. It's very American.
Yeah.
At home with the
Oh
Johnsons.
my God, you know the Johnsons? No way, I'm friends with the Johnsons.
See, but it's such a generic name as well. It's like, oh yeah, the Johnsons. And
Something
it actually
like
is
that.
them.
The Reeds.
I love that. I think I told you that story when my mum and dad were on holiday and there was a waiter that they like ended up getting to know, but see, the first time they met him, the waiter came over and he went, oh, where are you from? And my dad went, Glasgow. And he went, oh, and said the name of our town, right? And my dad went, yeah. And then he went and said the name of a street, right? And my dad went, what? And the guy was like, oh, say it's called, like, give me a name of a street.
Main Street,
right? But it was a specific name, right? He was like, oh, Main Street. And my dad went, oh, no, like my brother lives in that street. It turns out that guy had a regular customer that was my uncle's neighbour.
What?
And my dad went, how come you said that to us? And he was like, oh, I just say it to everyone from Glasgow. Oh, that's the only address I know in Glasgow. And
How weird is that?
I know.
It's so strange.
I love things like that.
Same.
Because you're like, this is the Truman Show. Obviously, they've got very limited cast.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they don't even try and cover it up anymore.
No.
They don't.
I'm positive, by the way, that I seen a plane just hover in the sky yesterday.
Can they do that?
No.
I
But I think somebody'd hit pause, went to their tea break, and forgot to resume.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Do you not remember during lockdown? I remember having the biggest knot in my stomach ever when we were out for a walk and there was one of those army planes. It was massive, absolutely massive. It was fully black, right? And it was moving so slowly.
With no windows.
I was
Who was in
literally
that?
like waiting for the nuke to drop. Sorry, can I say that? I was literally like, this is it. This is it. Just get it over and done with.
It's coming.
But it was moving so slow that it literally just looked like it was just stopped. Terrifying.
How far have we come since lockdown?
I know.
Do you think it was 5 years ago?
It literally
That
is
is
like 5 years ago
bonkers.
now, isn't it? Like now we would have been in lockdown.
Yeah.
COVID times, as they call it.
time.
Back
in COVID
COVID times. Everybody had to stay
It's nice though that it's something that we've lived through is going to go down in history.
I know. At least we'll have a fun story to tell people.
We didn't have like a world war, fingers fucking crossed. Spanish flu.
Well, there has been wars.
Oh, there's one building up there now. We'll have that story eventually, I think.
We do have
Really,
wars
think
for
so?
sure. Like across the world. there
Yeah,
are
but I don't
wars,
think it's
we-
gonna affect
Are you
us.
meaning
Not
like as
us,
in there
though.
wasn't one sitting directly in Britain? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, not us. Not
Yeah.
us involved.
Yeah. But,
But
yeah.
like it's nice that we're going to have a little bit of history that see when they study it in school we can be like,
I
this
lived
is,
through that.
this is
And
my
we-
time to
yeah,
shine.
and we've got our own wee stories to tell.
Yep.
They're all embarrassing because we all kind of like the one I remember is ordering from Tesco delivery and the guy coming in and he was too scared to like step over the door just to put the
Yeah,
big-
because that inch is going to kill you.
yeah, he wouldn't put it down, so he just turned the box upside down like the big crate and just went fuck it, threw it all into my hole,
There's your eggs and your flour.
and then fucking ran. And I was
Make a
like,
pancake with that in your floor, you cow.
it's so funny. And the way that people would be like, oh, we can what was it you used to have to do? Wear your mask to a certain point and then take it off and then you're fine when you're inside, but then you can put it back on. You have to put it back on for walking from this bit to that. None of it made sense.
None
No,
of
it
made sense.
didn't.
Also, the masks we had, you do realise, like, would have done
They did
nothing.
fucking
They would have
nothing.
done nothing.
But we all knew they
It's
did nothing.
so funny. It is actually funny to think that you think that nothing was going through that. They weren't like medical grades.
No.
Like, hilarious. But the
If
best
they're
thing was,
breathable, then the virus is getting through.
if it's breathable for you to stay, that's exactly it. Exactly, with no filter on it, just like
Yeah.
a piece of material. The best thing about that though was I remember being in the plane and it was like you were allowed to eat, obviously with your mask off.
Uh-huh.
But if your mask was off, you get asked to put it back on again. So see if anyone came over. I just had my hand in my bag of crisps, and if they came over, I would just go.
Slow motion, give them a big crunch.
They would go over and be like, "Excuse me, can you put your I'm eating
She's been eating
for fucking 4 hours. I eat this packet of Watsons for 4 hours.
It's
Oh, a
Watsons,
packet of
it's
Watsons
not
on a
Watsons,
plane.
It's Pringles. It's sour cream and
It's
chive
Pringles.
Pringles every time. Even- what a better crunch as
Imagine
well.
her turning round now for the wee duck thing with the
I'm still looting.
quick.
Oh, the fact that we're all having the unfiltered air recycled anyway, like we're all fucking
Yeah, we're
getting
in
it
tin
now.
cans at this point. Oh, so
funny though.
funny. What about us going to go eat? We haven't spoke about that.
Oh
we
my
did our
God.
potluck. If you've not watched it, then go and watch the vlog. Every Sunday, 6 a.m, there is a new
7.
7. The clocks have changed, Lauren. It was the old 6, right?
7.
7 o'clock every Sunday. There's a new vlog that goes out, and it's just literally wee behind the scenes of us recording whatever we've been doing that week.
Yep.
It's just a wee bit of just a wee extra ep. But this week we have our Go Ape experience, which I would highly recommend.
Oh, it was
Guys,
really,
it's
really
brilliant.
good.
Honestly, really, genuinely, really good. I have to say, if you go and do like these treetop adventures or whatever, right? It's like centre parks or what do they call that? Aerial adventures. Is that
Yeah,
what they call
aerial
that?
I think Go Ape really did start with the kind of treetop ones, and then the zip line has been a more recent.
Yeah, you were trying to
It
do the
is 20.
statistics on
Yeah.
how many people have died on
I
this
actually
and
said
how long
that.
have you
None.
been here.
None.
And it's
Nobody
not
has
us.
died.
No one. Zero people.
Zilch.
But yeah, so basically, I think for me anyway, doing the treetop experience or whatever, the best part obviously is the zip line at the end.
Yes.
You're always on the zip line. So this one is virtually you just go up, park your car, you go and check in, you get quite a lengthy safety briefing if we're being honest.
Yeah.
But required because it gave us a skill set for the other end to be able to clip ourselves on.
Yeah.
Which I do wish that they'd made that clear though, because see at the start we kept going, is someone going to do this for us?
I
Is
did
someone doing
say.
this for us? Because
Yeah.
we were like, there's no way we're going to have the responsibility of making sure the right clips are on before we swing. Like,
So we
But
zoned
that you
out
have
if we're
to
being
though.
honest.
So see, whenever you do
We
Go
zoned
Ape
out.
or anything, you have to do that all yourself.
Yeah.
So see at the beginning she was like, so you've got a red one and you've got a blue one, and then you have your runner cable. So you've got this, and then I was going, what am I going to have to eat when I leave here? Where are we going for coffee? We could probably go to Calendar, but we can also go to that other place, that place that we went to after Iron Prayer. I zone out. So, and then eventually she's like, so always stay attached. I'm like, fuck.
How do we do that?
How do you do that again? What you show me?
Yeah, you just rely on someone, a professional, helping you out.
We relied on a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
The wee girl and her mum that went first really was the education that I needed.
Yeah, I love how they made the wee girl go first.
And
Get it.
she was quite,
amazing.
She was quite happy to do it. She was great. So good. But yeah, I would recommend it. How much was it? £20
a person, which is such a
Brilliant.
good for a day out.
Yeah.
Like we were there, for 9:30? Probably done by about 12, 11, 12. But there's other things you can do. Like you could definitely go a wee hike or something, couldn't you?
Yeah, like
because
to
there
walk
was
around
like
the woods.
there was the aerial adventure as well. Was there not archery down the bottom of it as well?
There's the Tarzan swing, which I'm assuming is like a kind of
Like a Highland
oh!
fling. Yeah. Well, I never even saw that advertised. I probably would have.
Quite liked it.
Oh, I don't know. In fact, if I would have been able to do that.
No, I think I
So there's loads you can do, but I really enjoyed it. In fact, I got the message through, did you see it? And it was like, book your next experience with 10% off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I fancy going doing it with, I think Ella would be able to do it because she's nearly 10. Do you need to be 10?
You need to be 10, yeah. You could actually, do you know what you should do with her? You should not tell her that that's what you're doing.
She's
and
done
then
it
just
before,
drive
though.
up. Oh, has she?
She's done go out with her friends last year.
Did she do the zip line on
She
it?
did the zip line, but she said to me that there was a different one. So she thinks that the one that they did, she was like, it was absolutely no bother.
Yeah, there is. Do you
But
know
she
why?
had to help her friend. Her friend didn't know
There's
how to do the
different
clips, so
heights
she
you can
helped
do.
her. She helped her pal. She was
Yeah.
like, she didn't know how to do the clips, so I just clipped for her.
See the TikToks that I watched before? There was at least 3 zip lines. So there must be different ones in the place.
She said
Yeah,
that she
but
felt
that
like
aerial adventure wasn't very big, the part that we seen, so there
Yeah.
must be other parts.
Yeah.
of
I
it
don't know
out
if
and
I would
about.
like that bit because
She
I
said-
turned to jelly at the top of that. I actually was like, do you know what I mean? You just think, do not throw yourself off this. And I felt like I was going to impulsively jump.
Yeah, I have that as well. 'Cause it
Intrusive
says-
thought.
Yeah, it's like the fact is as well when you're moving your clips across or like always have one attached. It's very easy to forget.
Yeah, very easy. I'm like,
I
I'm
felt
type
on
B.
it.
Don't let me do
stay
this.
attached.
Always stay attached.
I actually felt very on it. I think it was my day's sailing.
Yeah. Do you know what? You were really switched on and knew how to put all the things on, and you were nervous before the second bit.
Yeah.
And you went quiet and all that, but then in the zone, you were right there.
Do you know the
were,
best thing for that was? And I don't know if you were the same. But basically, for the first one, you're up high, so you're already on that. So you walk off of the ground, walk forward, they clip you on, and you zip line across.
Yeah, there's
basically
no-
like
you're not
there's a
really
big
up
dip.
high.
There's a big dip that you
yeah,
go to, right?
it's ground level.
So then when you go over the big kind of like forest, right?
Uh-huh.
You're obviously suspended. You then have to climb up a tree to do the one on the way backwards, right? This is the best way to describe it. But the tree that you're climbing up has 2 levels. The first one is a wee rope ladder,
10
which
steps
is
up.
wobbly.
Yeah.
10 steps. The next one is like almost like a bamboo ladder. That's what it looks like, a
Yeah.
wooden one. And that's also 10 steps. So see beforehand, you were having a wee bit of, I don't really know how I feel about this. Went quiet. And I looked at it and went, right, I need to count the treads because if I know it's 10 steps and it's 10 steps, I'll be able to do it. See, not knowing how long it takes to get up there, that would
Yeah.
throw me all off.
Whereas I was like, I'm so excited, I can't wait.
Yeah.
And then we all flipped. And then by the time I think when I got onto the bamboo ladder, like the straight one, all I could think was, imagine this just started to fall back.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just
Because you
never
look
know.
at it and you go, how are you attached?
Yeah.
I know.
And then we got up to the top, and you're on this like small platform, and you have to try and attach all your cables and make sure it's right before you then fly across this big
Yeah.
It's fine, right?
130-foot
But
drop.
guys, the people behind me, I actually said it in the vlog, I was like, I'm getting really wound up because there's too many people on one platform.
But you
it
were
was a
allowed 3.
small space. I don't want 3 on it.
I know, but
I
it
want to
can
go on it
take
myself. But get off the platform.
Yeah.
Fashion approaching. Fucking get off the platform.
Please make way. Please stand clear of the platform edge.
Bang. Please stand clear of the platform edge. Bang. See you later. Always stay attached.
Always
But yeah,
stay attached.
it was winding me up because it was making me feel nervous. I was like, stop trying to skip me.
I would like
I'm
to go
next.
back like today and be like, listen, I was here the other day. I don't need the safety thing. Can I just go there now?
Yeah.
So that we have free run.
Yep.
Can I do it a couple of times? Because
We
by the
loved
time you've done your safety, I could have done that 10 times.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing.
I would love to do it again.
Yeah, we could do that a few times.
Yeah.
See, the other thing I would say about that as well, they must get regular goers that are like, I'm only here for the zip line.
Yeah.
And they don't need to go back and forward with the safety brief and maybe they're just signed off for life. But the other thing I was going to say was, we're not really remembering something that happened that was so awful in memory of Ailey's hat.
I know, I've been really missing it. It's been so bright these days. That's the only hat that I have. That plus my red one, which I lost also.
She lost shelter.
I know it's in my house somewhere, but I can't
Oh,
find
I
it.
wish it was in my house.
It's so annoying. But see, the thing that really, it was my fault, right? See, when I watched the vlog back and Ash was like, I'll better take these sunglasses off, they'll fall off. And I'm going, you'll be fine. You'll be
The
fine.
confidence.
Yeah, but
And
your
I've got my
sunglasses
hat
stayed on and your hat came
Did you
off.
jump with your sunglasses?
Did I have them on?
But I thought that I'd be fine because
Yeah,
I put my hair through the back of the cap and I pulled it so my hair was big. I thought it was enough to hold the hat on. But no, as soon as we got going, it's because I kept moving my head.
It felt to
The
keep
wind
them
got it.
It's
And
because you were like that as well, so you were getting the undercurrent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And it went flying.
I really appreciate you cutting out the part in the vlog where I went, my fanny. Because I was actually saying, my fanny. But it sounded like I was going, my fanny.
It was. I would 100% go back and do it again.
And are we saying what we've done, what we've pulled for the... Oh, we've done
Oh, yeah,
that.
that was
we did that
last
last
I've
week.
made motion for that.
That was last week.
Race car driving.
Can't wait.
I'm actually so excited because you get the suit.
I know. That's
I
what
really
I'm
love
most
that we're
excited.
doing this, by the way,
Me
because
too.
this is things that people who would come here would do. Do you know what I mean? They would come here and they'd go, oh, people would be like, you should go and do this. We've not done any of it. So
Yeah.
see, like trying all these wee things out. It's so
It
fun.
doesn't need to be ones that cost money either, because I actually feel like we need to also do some free stuff, like doing our first Monroe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have done a Monroe
And
actually.
I'm talking about it together, Ailey.
And can I tell you something? It's so fucking hard.
It's so hard.
See,
Ben Lomond, is that what we did?
no, Ben Chauncey, right? Which was the weird one, right? But my friend Michelle was doing like, she's done loads of them, right? She's a Monroe bagger, as they say, right?
I'm a
What did they say?
wanker.
Yeah, she's done Ben Lomond and all that. But I went with her. It was not long after lockdown, I think. And they were like, oh, you'll be fine. Like, it's fine.
How long
It's
did it
like-
take you?
I remember you doing this.
It
I remember
was
you doing it.
So hard.
Yeah.
So hard. I was literally like, couldn't breathe. And then you would get to a bit that you think is the top. And then you just have to keep going. And then they'd be like, oh, no, that's the top actually. No, that's the top actually. Just never
Oh, there's those little
fucking
stop-offs.
ended. It took like 4 hours or something like that to get to the top. So see, we climbed Conic Hill before.
Yeah.
No.
It's Conic Hill times 3. But by the time you get to like the
And
last
and
third,
Conic Hill is pretty hard because
It
it
is
was roasting.
hard.
It was roasting the other day when I was there.
And
I think it's harder now that they've repaved it. Have you noticed this? So
It
I
is
went-
harder.
Right. So I went up
100%.
before and I was like, usually Conic Hill, which by the way, if you're looking for somewhere to do this, it's good for your kids. Conic Hill is you basically go and put in the St. Mocha. Is that what it's called? What's it? The oak tree? The oak tree, that's it.
yeah,
Not
it's
St.
the
Mocha.
Balmaha car park.
Balmaha car park is where you want to go. At the back of the car park, there's a wee lane. You can go left to do the normal walk, the
Did you pay
pathway.
your parking?
Yeah, it was only like
£2
£3 or
something.
something
Yeah,
like
it's
that. It was
pretty cheap.
nothing. 50p for a pee, right enough, but that's another thing.
You've
You,
got the
came off
outdoors
and
there.
you, need,
Just
you need to contact the Conic Hill. So you go in the car park, you go to the back, you turn right, and then you take the path. But before, it was closed for like 10 months because they were basically resurfacing it. But see, before it was just like a bit that the grass didn't grow type of thing, right? It was like
Okay.
a wee dirt track,
Yeah.
right? Like a wee pathway people have just forged themselves. See now, they've basically put these big massive, like, you know those gaping walls and it'll be like full of like
Rocks.
They've done that and flattened them down so it's like big massive steps the whole way, right?
Yeah.
I think it's harder
It is, 'cause
because you're basically on the
you're
Stairmaster.
scrambling.
Oh, fab.
You're on the Stairmaster for an hour at that
and
point.
it's hard work, isn't it?
It is actually
you
hard
have
work. I
to-
was roasting yesterday as well.
And the good thing is, there's like, was it yesterday you went? Who did you go with?
Ella,
How did she find
we
it?
didn't stop.
Oh, good.
She went the whole way. She took an hour to get up, which I
Yeah.
thought was pretty good going.
Yeah.
An hour up, and then we were up there for like 20 minutes. She had her wee sandwiches and stuff, half an hour on the way back down. But the only thing I'd say is see the descent. See as much of the descent so much easier, right?
Yeah.
See that constant bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
It's such a massive impact in your legs.
Yep.
Because you're not going into like dirt, you're going into like rocks,
Yeah.
basically.
You really need like walking boots on, really.
It
Or
probably
good,
would
good
help,
chainers. Good chainers at
Yeah.
least.
It is
But
a
was
good
very
walk though,
good.
and how good is it just sitting at the top?
Mm-hmm.
Like that is it. Pure makes it worth it. Like the actual the Monroe thing will be good. We will need to do it.
Yeah.
All you need to do is just have good snacks and take breaks.
I think going early as well, so that you're going, we need to get up there before the sunrise because you
Yeah.
want to see that.
Yep.
Very nice. But yeah, something to do with the kids 'cause it's free.
Yep.
And you've got a whole other week now of the school holidays, and it wasn't too bad when I went.
I feel like you need the right kind of kids for it. Like Oliver, good for it. Marcus, I just would never.
Really?
Yeah, he would
There
not
was a
be
baby
into
opening
it.
up who was like 2,
Yeah.
and he was so good, and he was called Kenneth.
Was he getting
And he was so sweet. They were
Was he
calling
being
him Kenny.
carried?
No, he walked up himself.
Fuck.
He actually looked
that.
younger than he looked like he'd only just started walking. He was so sweet. And he was going, got to be brave. And he had a big brother in front and he was going, hole alert! Anytime there was a gap in the ground so that he knew to jump over it. But the mum was holding his hand.
Yeah.
But it was so cute.
That must have
Hole
taken
alert!
hours.
I can't get over the dads that you see carrying the babies.
I know, because I
They've
think
got them on the back.
one
even
wrong
the,
step.
Even the toddlers on their back, and you're like, how are you doing that? But
Wow,
yeah,
scary.
that's good wee activities. We need to just keep this up. See, for
Yeah.
the full of the spring and the summer, just keep doing like different things.
I have another one
Yeah.
that we're going to do. We're going to
Yeah.
learn how to do latte art. Have
Okay.
it lined up.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. Barista girls, barista babes.
Yeah, because you know what? I don't have a party trick.
Sugar babes.
Yeah.
Sugar babes, barista babes.
What would be your party trick? Do you have one?
I can put my little fist in my mouth, want to see?
My party trick's illegal now.
What is it?
I used to always rap.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could always do and I go, and it just like mute it out.
Oh.
No, but we can't because it was his song.
What? Whose song? R. Kelly.
Oh,
Well, no,
surviving.
hang on. Can I tell you what's really good though? See R. Kelly, even though he's and he's in jail, right? See all of his money.
Yeah.
But how funny that people listen to this will think that I've beeped that out, but I haven't. I just didn't say the word.
Say the word.
R. Kelly, apparently, this is just a TikTok that I saw someone saying it's okay to still listen to Ignition, right? Because what a bop. It's the best song ever.
It really was.
The money goes to his victims.
Oh, well, that is good.
So see, he's not making any money anymore, right? I'm going to say I haven't fact checked this, right? That's what TikTok said. That
Well,
means it's
listen,
true.
my other party trick is also City High. What would you do? So I'll stick with that.
What would you do if someone said
Yeah,
no?
but the way that we were singing this song and like not realising the actual
Ash,
meaning.
it's
Yeah.
not that deep for us.
It
It's
was.
just a bop, as
It
Ailey
is.
says.
I know, but it's also like Camel Fat Cola is about somebody getting drugged.
Right, but you know what? That's the point that you need to make to anyone that says children shouldn't be listening to Sabrina Carpenter. We listen to songs like that. We had the cheeky girls with their bums out
But
singing.
I got attention for that.
Touch my bum. Make sure you go and check out the links below.
Yeah.
Vision Scotland link. Get your Emma link below as well. We have a little discount code for you there.
We do.
And go and follow us everywhere. YouTube vlogs, Girls Overheard vlogs, Patreon, Spotify. Unlock the episode that we're about to record now because we've got some really good juicy confessions for you. And we'll see you over there.
Bye.
Bye.